First time I ever met her, I thought she was nice, kind, smart. You can she radiates positivity and kindness. And she always looks out for the best interest for people.
Early on, I knew Kelsey was a rock star. Balances a job, balances being a daughter, all the volunteer work she does.
It was pretty clear to me early on when she came into the third grade classroom, she was the glue that held conversations together. When people had a disagreement, she could easily find a middle ground, right? Bring people together.
Kelsey and Brandon were so close. She just looked up to him so much as her big brother.
Kelsey and I walked in from school, and within a matter of seconds, our life flipped that fast. I mean, Brandon made a sound and came head first down the stairs. So Kelsey witnessed this whole accident and was rolled up in a ball when fire department arrived. It was a traumatic event in Kelsey's life, and her brother was one day one person and the next day somebody else, and I mean, she still lives that life.
She would talk about and was very honest about in shares in class the things that she was facing at home. I think by talking about it, she became comfortable with the idea that this is a part of who I am, a part of an opportunity to kind of step up. I think in a lot of ways Kelsey had to step up and kind of be that person for her mom and her dad.
One day, his doctor, who was on the NAMI board at the time, he's like, you guys should really reach out to NAMI because they have some really good resources that may help.
We try to reach the entire state in terms of our mission, which is to improve the lives of all people impacted by mental illness and suicide. We're not treatment providers. We do that through support, education, and advocacy. And now with the pandemic, a whole other wave of recognition that, that the pandemic has really impacted on people's mental health across the lifespan. Very high rates of stress, anxiety, and depression among young people.
The whole purpose of the walk is for folks who are affected by mental illness and suicide, or love someone who is affected by mental illness and suicide, to come together, stomp out the stigma, and just raise awareness. So there's so many emotions happening on that soccer field that day. There's hope, there's relief, but there's also some folks who are just grieving for the first time.
She was just a dynamo from the get-go, and she was passionate and creative and determined. This is a duct tape bow tie that Kelsey created. She was making all kinds of things out of duct tape and selling them to raise funds for mental illness.
She's just such a fantastic fundraiser, and she's a real idea machine.
She did this little dog costume contest, and I think it's smart because more people will participate in it, and it's a nice touch,
Every time I get a call, she was always involved in something else and wanting to do more for other people.
But she worked to gather materials several times for a battered women's shelter. She works at the nursing home in town.
We give away usually between 150 and 200 prom dresses every year, no cost to the young ladies. Kelsey's been a fashion ambassador for that. So she walks them through, helps them find dresses and the color that they're looking for, the size that they're looking for, and then brings them through. They get shoes, makeup. So to see somebody that is willing to give their efforts to more than one organization, I think that's huge. And she doesn't ever do anything half-ass. She does it 110%, or she doesn't do it at all.
Kelsey has raised over $30,000 in funds for NAMI New Hampshire, and all of the money she's raised stays right here in the state.
$30,000, that's monumental. I mean, she's a difference maker. She's changing the world.
Kelsey has really shown that out of your darkest moments, you can create a movement.
Communicate to people, reach out to those people that are close to you, make connections, and stay positive. It's very difficult to do. That mindset isn't easy to achieve, but start every day thinking it's going to be a good one. And I think I've learned that from Kelsey probably more than I could have ever taught that to her. So I appreciate that she showed me that.
The biggest thing that people need to see in Kelsey is her heart. You can't be afraid to talk about it. You can't be afraid to tell your story. Sometimes that is your only way to get out of it. You mean something to somebody out there you mean something to.
My hopes for her is that she will just thrive and that she will connect with other like-minded individuals who are ready to change the world.
She's gonna be that person that teaches and motivates and inspires.
And she's not going to stop. This is her passion. The world is happy to have people like her because she will keep driving.
When kids do well and they become the people that are happy and successful and taking care of others, there's nothing better than that.
Kelsey, all of us are so proud of who you are and what you become.
I remember back in the classroom, there were days that were so hard and you never gave up.
Don't stop. Whatever you're doing it right.
So just thank you for always being there. You're really like a sister to me now, and I couldn't imagine ever not being with you. So when you go off to college, you have to FaceTime me every night or once a week.
You're there for everybody, and just so that you know, we're all there for you. We can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you.